Hey guys, so this is my creative boxer here, Deonte Adams. So we're gonna just jump straight into it. So let's start with the weight class. So Deonte Adams is 201 pounds, he's 5'10, and he has a reach of 71 inches. And I went with the heavyweight because I want the heavyweights. I want to fight all the heavyweights. That's the only reason I went with that weight class. But Dick the here jeez. The details here for the his nickname, the artist, I didn't really pick anything. I just went with the first one. And then he's 20 years old and he's out of San Francisco. Why did I pick San Francisco? Um I don't have a reason. I just picked San Francisco. But next here we're gonna talk about equipment here. So I went with the Adams shorts due to that being the only shorts with a name. So this just helps me with immersion, helps with the just the gameplay in general. Since these are only shorts with a name, I just named them Deontay Adams. And they're part of the Adams collection, so anybody has them. For the gloves, I went with the Rival logo. I like the Rival logo because it looks good on the glove. They did really good with the logo size. The logo size is, in my opinion, the best on the Rivals gloves. All the other logos look a little small to me, but that's probably just my opinion. But the boots, the Adam boots, these are the white ones. I feel like these are the best due to just showing off the socks as well. These would be good if he had like a little bit of sock showing, but yeah, I just stuck with these boots right here. They're clean, they're nice. So that's why I went with those. But that's just a little bit about his outfit and then the way he looks. So I went with the bald head, no facial hair, and the body, well, where is it at? The body, the muscle tone option. So this is my settings. I went with these because they look the most realistic to me. They don't look too goofy or wonky. Um, yeah, pretty simple. The bald head, I like the hairstyle. It matches the face that I created. It looked the best when I compared it to all the other hairstyles. So that's why I went with that. So let's talk about the punch style here. I went stance. For the stance, is orthodox. Punch set Muhammad Ali due to just how loose and quick Muhammad Ali is. I like to dance around the ring, so that this punch set gives me that freedom to do that. And for the cross guard, well, for the block, I went cross arm guard. The Philly shell is cool as well, but I just feel like it didn't fit for Deontay Adams. Um, Traditional block, same thing pretty much. And then for the stats, these are my stats. This is just these. This doesn't really matter, because it's not going to be like that when I actually start my career. They're going to be all set to 0 or like 60, 50 or something like that. But this is just for when you're playing offline. So, left hand jab, all that. This doesn't really matter. Trait selection here. So this is increased damages to all my punches by 50%. And I did tier 3 because that's the highest tier you can select. Lightning hands increases punch speed by 15%. Just so I can be a little quicker. Again, I like to be quick and fast. So this is for my left hook, liver destroyer. Just something simple, increases damage. I'm not sure if this is really gonna matter because I don't think I get to keep these traits. They start off at 1 when I do start the actual my career. But smoking left hook, still another thing towards my hooks. I like to throw hooks, so I think this would help. That's why I went with them. Nothing too crazy here, but let's save and exit. So we're not gonna get in. Hold on, let me go back. Let's talk about my record. So you can see right here, I am a rookie. If you look in the top right hand corner, that is me. That is my record. So 17-22, one draw. I've lost 22 times and won 17 times over my entire time of playing Undisputed. And that's, I think, ranked. But give me some grace. I haven't played in a while. And I was still learning how to play. I'm learning the meta, learning how to get around. So that record's not accurate. But I just wanted to address that. But let's get to a quick fight. So we're not going to jump straight into starting the career this episode. I want to show off how I play and my mindset behind how I play. So Deontay Adams, let's see who we want to spar. We could spar we could do James Doug. Oh, we could do James Tony. So this would be cool. So I created this player as well. I watched the YouTube tutorial for it. Just I thought James Tony would be a great addition. And we can spar where should we spar at? We could do the Coldwell gym. Or we could do the Crunk gym. Nah, I want the Coldwell. I think that'd be nice. But we always do Undisputed. Always for the difficulty. Just because it helps you get better. If you don't know how to play Undisputed. The hardest game mode, I guess. And then you'll go back, then play intermediate and play normal. You'll learn quicker that way. You'll learn from the CPU. But just a little quick spar here with James Tony. So I like to get into loose movement right here. Just a walk around the ring. See what my opponent's doing. Let's back him up. Pop him with that jab. Pop him with that jab right there. Real nice. But I'm not doing too much running. I'm just walking. And look at this. I like to use my head movement as well. We don't have to fully slip. We can do these subtle movements right here. Directional punching. I'm pretty sure he has, like, he's a slugger. I think I made him like a slugger or something. But we're not worried about that. That's some lucky hit. Let's back it up with the jab. See, the way he's playing, I got to stay at an angle. I don't want to be too wide. I'm gonna work my jab. So let me get back in the loose movement here. Body shots. Let's keep it. Throw some body shots. It's not really protecting his body, so you see with the loose movement, I'm a little bit quicker than I normally would be, and my hands are down. So without it, my hands go up. The main difference is my right hand going up. So let's drop it again. The drop. And you see I'm a little quicker. Let's stand in one place and pop some shots. Almost land that left hook right there. Body shot. Let's get out of loose movement. Move around. So I figured out what it was called. It's called directional punching. So I can throw a directional punch into the side. And I don't have to move too much. I can just stay here. My directional movement. Look at that. That was beautiful. Nice little first round here. Don't want to hurt James Tony too much. This is just a light spar. But yeah, I like to bounce around the ring a lot. I like to see what kind of angles I can get. And I also like to play around with the loose movement. That's one of my favorite features, and the directional movement too. It just adds a lot more realism to the experience. Look at that. That is beautiful right there. I'm just a little bit quicker. Turn it off, throw the right. We don't want to let him get any of those heavy shots off, because I think I made him a slugger. Nice little jab. We're going to just lead with that jab and stay at an angle. You see how he's moving? I have to keep constantly moving and watching his feet. And then keeping my head off the center line as well. That's fine. That's fine. Look at that. As long as you're watching how they're moving and keeping your head off the center line, you'll be competitive. You'll be able to compete. But the minute you stop moving, your opponent is constantly moving. He's stepping back. He's stepping forward. Look at this. So I'm going to step forward and jab. Stuff like that, you just have to move. It's like realistic boxing. You can't stand in one place. And I feel like that was the difference between Fight Night and Undisputed. Fight Night was a little bit easier to pick up and play, while Undisputed, if you really didn't know too much about boxing or how boxing worked, you're going to come in with a little bit of a disadvantage, because you're still trying to figure out how this game works. And you might be throwing combinations that might not land in real life, or combinations that will actually make you wonky in real life. And what I mean by wonky is that, say you throw say that you're trying to throw a punch and then you're also a little scared, so you're trying to throw a hook as well. So you're throwing a jab and then you're trying to throw a hook, and you're throwing punches that just don't work, or combinations that aren't real. They're not going to work. So Undisputed plays a little bit more like real life. And I don't know if that was the best explanation of it, but Just know Undisputed is a little bit more of a sim, while Fight Night is a little bit more arcadey. And that's not bad. Arcadey's good. You can pick it up and play, and a lot of people can come in and enjoy it. While Undisputed, you can pick it up and play too. But the playstyle looks different when you don't know how to play and from someone that knows how to play. So when someone doesn't know how to play, the game looks a little weird. And it's like, why do they look like that? Well, because the person that is playing doesn't know that how to actually box. I feel like when you actually know how to box a little bit or know something about boxing, or just know how to fight, not know how to fight, but knowing what, like the movement. So if you're not constantly moving, say you're always holding the block. I don't like when people always hold their block. It makes Undisputed look bad. It's due to their how they got things. I think Undisputed is just a sim. That's literally what it is. So just sim like you're actually boxing. But enough about Undisputed and Fight Night. Let's get back to the career. So I'm pretty sure I'm winning, and right now I'm just popping my jab, trying to get these points and keeping James Toney at a distance. But we can give him some hits now. Let's push him off. Trying to push. Jeez. Get him back a little bit. Pop that jab. Move around. Hook. Body shots. Let's work that body. Let's just give him a jab. On the right. Oh, he's moving. I'm too wide right now. Let's get back in a loose movement right here. He is stepping. He is stepping on me. Let's keep it nice. It's just a spar. You know we both gotta fight. You want to throw hard. That's nice. Nice little round. But yeah, that's pretty much of how I play. So I lost that second round, won the third round. That's cool. We're still gonna win this fight. But yeah, that's a little bit much how I'm gonna play during the, my career. I'm gonna try my hardest not to lose any fights. I'm gonna record everything. So if I lose, you'll see who I lost to. You'll see everything. I'm not gonna do a lot of cutting and stuff like that. This is just bare bones. But yeah, I'm gonna have it Undisputed difficulty, of course. I can't play anything else. It's too easy. I like Undisputed mode. We're gonna go through the whole my career. I might skip the I'm gonna say we're gonna go through the whole my career and then say I'm gonna skip. But the whole rookie thing, I'll do it. I feel like that's a waste of time, but I'll do it. That's gonna be the entire my career. Let's turn off this movement. This ain't really doing nothing right now. I don't want to knock him out, you know. We both just sparring. Nice. Little hook. Well, not a little hook. Uppercut. Work on the body. Look at that. Look at that combination we just got off right there. That was nice. Just getting loose movement right here. Slight head movement. Let's see what else. What else? There's really nothing else for me to talk about. I can talk about this future of this YouTube channel and what I plan on posting. So definitely Undisputed content. Mainly right now, I'm on Undisputed. I'm a gaming channel in general, so more games are coming. But right now, it's just gonna be boxing. Just because I like Undisputed, and I feel like Undisputed is just getting a bad rap right now, as if it was just so bad. But we haven't had a good boxing game since Fight Night Champion. UFC doesn't count. UFC is MMA, so it's not boxing. It's boxing, it's fighting, but it's not this. And we haven't gotten a game like that in so long. And for it to come out and be pretty much hated on and talked about and how they should never make a game again doesn't make any sense. When we got such a good boxing sim, I feel like there's not enough people covering it in the way that I'm covering it. You know, the game is good, the game is great. And I feel like once you get to saying that the game is bad, it sucks, enough people start saying it, people that have never even played the game start saying that it's bad. Never played it, just heard it once and went with like the game is bad. But the game is not. And this is their first boxing game. First. Fight Night Champion was Fight Night's 5th boxing game. they made 5 boxing games before Fight Night Champion. Go back and compare Fight Night 1 to Undisputed. And you tell me which one is better. You know what I'm saying? It's give Undisputed some time. So they're going to come out with their second game, and it's going to be great. It's going to be better than Undisputed 1. It's going to be the next best boxing game again. So just cut them some grace. Cut them some slack. You know, I don't understand why we're already hating and telling them not to make another boxing game. They took your money. I mean, no, they didn't. They have many boxers we have never seen in a game before. The way they play, everything. Boxers we have never seen. They had to make money as well. They're pretty much a startup. They had to make money, so they got names before they got anything else. They got big names. Canelo, Roy. They started with Canelo and Roy, and then they had some guest characters like that big strong man. Like, that was crazy to see. So it may not be the best, they're not 100% polished, but they're still working on a game. So I don't think we should just throw the game away as if they just so trash. Steel City should never do that again. That's crazy to say when they're the only ones making a boxing game for us. EA's making UFC. They're worried about UFC right now. They're not worried about boxing. And we still got someone that is trying to make a boxing game. No company is making a boxing game right now other than Steel City. Like this. I'm not gonna count out all the other ones making a boxing game, but this is a high quality boxing game. Look at the graphics right now. What are we talking about? Look at how we're playing. Look at my movement. But back to it. Let me get out of loose movement right here. I'm not trying to lose this little spar session. But yeah, I have a lot of faith in Undisputed, so I'm here to support. I'm here to bring awareness to the game, hype the game up for the second one. And we're just gonna play the first one because the first one's not bad either. The first one's great. I just wasn't making videos on it at the time, which I should have been. You know, I like the game. I was one of the first supporters of the game. I remember playing this game. It was like beta. When I first heard about Undisputed, I was trying to play the game on my laptop. This was about 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago, about 20. No, not 2020. It was probably like 22. Trying to play the game on my laptop. Early beta too. They didn't have a lot of fighters. But yeah, I've always been a supporter. I'm a big boxing fan, so I have never been able to play the way I played in a boxing game. Fight Night was great. But this here, it has so many features that Fight Night just doesn't have. Whoa. Wait a minute. He's trying to get off in these last couple rounds. Let me stop talking real quick and get some points. Get back. Hold on. You want to play crazy? Let me get my points up. He come out of nowhere. I think he got that last round. Well, I'm trying to talk. He taking this spar too, and we still winning. That's fine. That's perfect. But let's get back to talking real quick. But yeah, Steel City has allowed me to pretty much sim, right? Sim a boxing game. This is the best sim boxing game I ever played. It may have its flaws and problems, but the good, there's a lot of good in it. And that's all I'm trying to showcase here. Playing MyCareer and just using my imagination, using what I have right now. While I wait on the second one. But yeah, they got something here. This is special. It's a special game. I feel like it was just misunderstood when it first came out. It had a lot of expectations. Had a lot of EA. Most of it is from EA. People wanted EA to make another boxing game, and it came with a lot. You know, you competing with UFC, EA, Fight Night Champion. So they just want you to come out and be the thing that we're missing. Off rip. It was really the only problem was the online mode and little tweaks here and there to some animations. Once they tweaked that, they would have been fine. And that's what they're doing right now for Undisputed 2. They realized that, okay, we need a new system. We need a new engine to make this game. To give our support to our community what they need. So that's what they did. So they stopped working on Undisputed 1 because they realized that they can't do what they need to do. Most people now like to play online. And for online to work, they need a new system, new engine. They need to work on that. So that's what they did. They stopped working on Undisputed 1 and got to work on 2. And they're very open about it. I mean, all the hate that they get, it's crazy that they didn't stop. That was a nice little round. I think this is the last round. But yeah, this is a great little spar right here. So this is pretty much how I'm gonna play in the next episode when we're starting. I'm not gonna be as fast, but I will play somewhat like this. Ooh, look at that. Boom. Nice little spar with James. Let's get out of the way. He's just standing there. So what do I want them to add to Undisputed to? I'm more of a MyCareer type of guy. Well, not MyCareer. I like to make my own boxer. See, I'll take Deonte Adams online anytime. And I'll fight, try to be like ranked number 1 with my creative boxer. I could care less about being ranked number 1 with, say I'm the best Roy Jones. No, excuse me. Say I'm the best Roy Jones, right? I could care less about that. I want a boxer that I created being number 1. That's cool. That's so cool. That'll make the immersion a lot better. You know, you created this player and he's number 1 online. So people gotta figure out how they can beat you. I don't want it like pay to win. More like 2K. 2K, you should start buying stuff. Buying VC and all that. I want it more like where every boxer can be good, right? But it really just depends on your skill and your knowledge of the game. Hopefully they keep it like that. And too much pay to win. I mean, I don't mind. If they do pay to win, they do pay to win. I just want a box. But more customization. I'm a big customization guy. The names we got in the game now, you can keep all the names and not add another name. But if you add tons of customization, I feel like the game will go further. Because people can just make the boxers that they want. People could just do the brands they want. If you add emblem customization, shapes and all that, you can customize. This was a spar. You see how my face look after this spar? We should have had some headgear. James Toney hitting hard as I don't know what. But we only lost 1 round. 1 round. So that was a good match. But yep, this is the introduction to Deonte Adams. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see. If you stayed this far, let me know what you're looking forward to in Undisputed 2. But thank you for watching, and I'm out.